So let's say our image is done now and we want to use this as our presentation. So first of all, you must save the image that you have with all the changes. Now remember, we saved it earlier, so if you've saved it before as an LND, all you have to do is click on the save icon and it will update that file as an LND. If you didn't save it and this is your first save, then you would go to File, Save As, and then select LND and save it as an LND now. Now also, if you're not going to place anything else on the image like the before picture, your company name and phone number, etc., you'd want to save this as a JPEG file now also, because you want to have it saved as an LND and a JPEG file so that you can email it to the customer. This is important because you cannot send an LND file to your customer unless they have the program, and the odds of that happening are pretty slim to none. So make sure you go File, Save As, and then change the file of type to JPEG and save the file again. Now we're going to add the before picture and some text on the screen so that you understand how to do that. First, let's add the before picture. To do that, we go here to File, Import Object, navigate to the folder where you save the picture and set the files of type to the type of picture that it is, because you saw here that the default was ping and it looks like there are no pictures in this folder, but they are. If you go here to JPEG and you click on the before picture and click open. Again, this is another reason why you save a before picture and name it B4. You could spell out B4, but I just put B and a 4 there because it's faster. So we'll click open. It'll ask you if you want to size the picture down. Always say yes. And here's our before picture. Now we want to size it down even more, so we grab the corner handle and drag it down to the size you want, and then place it somewhere on the image. Usually up in the upper left or right hand corner is the best place. Let's scroll all the way up, make sure we're up in the upper left hand corner. So now we have the before there. Now we want to place some text on here and we want to say before. So we go here to Tools, Add Text. So make sure you click in this white area here where you're going to type, and then type in the word before. You can also change the font type and color and size by clicking on font, and this works like all other Windows programs. Again, see the training movie on text properties and it will explain all this to you. And now I'm going to click OK, and it appeared here in the middle of the screen. We'll just drag it over here. Now that's a little small, so I want to change the size. So click on it, then right click, go in here to font, and we're going to make it say a 24. Click OK again, and it's sized up. So we got to drag this window out a little bit so that we can see the new font. That's a good size there. Now in my opinion, it's always a good idea to put your company name or logo on the picture and a phone number. The reason for it is because you never know where this image is going to end up. Somebody may look at it and go, wow, who did this? And they want your name and your phone number. The customer may not remember the phone number and you want them to see your name. Now you could put it in two different ways. You could put it in as an image, so you could save your logo and phone number as an image that you can just import, or you could type it in as text. I'm going to do a little bit of both on this just to show you how they both work. So first of all, we want to bring in a logo. We go up here to File, we'll go to Import Object, and we'll bring in a logo here for Da Vinci Concrete, and then I'm going to place the logo up here on the right hand side. Now I want to place the phone number beside it. I'm going to go to Tools and Add Text and just type in the phone number here, and then click OK and bring the phone number up here. So you can see you could either type in the name and phone number as text like we did with the before, or you can bring in a graphic. It doesn't matter because both of them can be moved around on the screen too. If you want the phone number below it, you want this moved over here, or if you want it on the bottom. Again, it doesn't really matter as long as you've labeled it. Now that I have it labeled with my company logo and phone number, and I have the before picture, you may want to save this as another picture. Now I would not save it over the original without the before, because if you want to go back in and change it, it may be a little more difficult to do that. So we're going to just show you how to do both. So we're going to go save as. Okay, we had saved the last one as Jones #1, and that is our LND. Let's make sure we have it as an LND here. So again, take your files of type, and we're going to name this after with before, and then I'll click save. So now I've saved it as an LND. Then I'm going to save it as a JPEG file, because this is the one that I can send to my customer. So I've already named it after with before, so we're just going to save it as a JPEG and click save. So technically I have this image saved 5 different times. I have the before, I have the after, that's an LND, and the after that's a JPEG, and then I have the after that has the before picture and text on it. So now it's time to email it. If you want to email it directly from the program, you have to have Microsoft Outlook or another hard drive based email program for it to work. A lot of people call that have, say, Gmail or Yahoo Mail, and they're wondering, why doesn't the command file send JPEG email work? That's because it's an online version of an email program. It's not the same as Microsoft Outlook that works within the program. So I have Outlook on my computer, so when I hit save JPEG email, it automatically pulls up Outlook and attaches this file in Outlook. So then all you have to do is put in the customer's email address, a subject, and the text you want in the email, and then click send. Then when someone receives the email, all they have to do is double click on the image and click open, and it's opened up in their viewer. Now let's take a quick look at the difference between an LND file and a JPEG file. The image you're looking at right now is a JPEG, and I'm going to switch over to the LND, and as you can see, they look exactly the same. Now the difference is, on the JPEG file, I can't move anything, I can't select anything, I can't change anything. So if I go back to the LND file, you'll see that everything is still an independent object. Like if I wanted to move the before picture over here into the corner, I could still do that. I could still delete the tree if I want to. Everything is changeable in an LND file. Now let's look at the file sizes. You can see here that the JPEG file is 711 KB, whereas the LND file is about 4 megabytes. They're always bigger, the LNDs that is, because they save every object that's on the screen. So it's the background picture plus the before picture plus the tree plus the decorative concrete, so those files are bigger. And like I said before, you cannot email a LND to anyone else unless they have the same program as you. Now if you want to print your picture out, it doesn't matter if you're going to print the JPEG file or the LND. It works the same way. You will go up here to the print icon and click on it, and it works like all other Windows programs, or you could go here to file and then go to print. But one thing you want to make sure that you check program defaults. If you want it to fill up the whole piece of paper, an 8.5 by 11 in landscape mode, make sure that you click on printing covers entire page. That way it'll fill up the whole thing. And then click OK, then go to print. For more information, watch the training movie on printing. Well, that's about it for this tutorial. Again, I'm going to recommend that you go in and watch the Define Area training movie and the Pattern Library training movie. Those are the two most important tools in the program. I recommend that you watch all the training movies, but at least do those first, and you can watch the others when you have the time.